Hi, everybody, and welcome to Liga League 6B. And we're going to be following the English chess players. And I'm joined by the famous Gormalizer, who is going to be cheering up your Januaries for you, obviously. How's your year been so far, Danny? 2022?
Pretty terrible as usual, but I mean, yeah. I mean, the thing is, I said actually on the social media, I don't know if you saw that. I said, maybe I should be looking for a job now because, it's a bit boring like chess. Being a chess player is quite hard because you're kind of stuck at home all the time.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Danny, it's not much better with the job because at the moment we're stuck at home all the time as well. We're just working from home. So it's
true,
sort of similar, I'd say.
I mean, that's the thing. The grass is always greener on the other side of the thingamajig,
Yeah. The thing with the job, though, is well, you're all right. You're a very strong chess player. With the job, it's at least you know kind of how much money you're going to be getting, but at the end of the month and that sort of thing. So it's quite gives you good structure as well.
I think the problem is there's no tournaments at the moment, Natasha.
Yes.
So it's like when you play tournaments, it kind of takes away that anxiety. But if you just, because there was no like, I mean, I nearly played a tournament in Ireland, but then I thought it's such a long time to get there, and also
I know. And there's a chance you get stuck there as well. Did you see that? I was seeing Hikaru and was stuck in Poland, wasn't he, by getting COVID when he was out there?
Yeah, exactly. Although, to be honest with you, like 10 days in a hotel room sounds like my idea of heaven, Just sit there and watch Netflix or
I must admit, it doesn't sound too bad. I have to agree.
No, I mean, the only problem is it's difficult to do any exercise. So, yeah, you probably will go a little bit stir crazy, but.
Yeah. Okay, we're following the English chess players tonight. And this is our team at the moment. So I'm going to hop into some games in a second. It's headed up by Wheezy6, who is Louise Head. We've got the Knight of Spring, Mouse Slip Ferrari Fan. We've got Ben. We've got Shakshiri Henny Penny. The Dancing Chess Crab we'll have to see that in a minute. Koji Addicted to Porn, Ocelot 32, Tilbs 11, ST33, and ST19. So we're gonna check all of those, but let's start with Wheezy6.
Yeah.
So women's FIDE master Louise Head is playing white in this game. Looks like it's been some kind of Stonewall Dutch or something.
Who's he playing? Oh, he's playing Texas
de Brazil, who's presumably from Brazil.
I mean, this game looks about equal to me. I mean, E3 looks like a logical move. Now, as well, I would play F3 just to try and undermine that stronghold on E4. I feel like F3, I would play that immediately,
Yeah, right away.
But maybe
C5. Hi, Paul Robson.
Hi, Robbo. There's a funny story. I went with Paul Robson to like F3 now. Play that move, auto F3. No, this is wrong. This is wrong, Louise. C6.
Oh, C6. Yes, blocking in this bishop.
I think C6 driving him back, but then Bishop C8. Yeah, there's a funny story. I went with Robson to Paul Robson.
Yeah,
there's a guy who lives in the northeast, larger than life character, nice guy actually. And we went to the Scottish lakes. Went up to Loch Ness and went to John O'Groats.
Very nice.
Really a great experience for me this summer because I'd never been to John O'Groats before, and it was a little bit depressing how little was actually there, though. There was nothing there. There was no real pub, there was one pub, and that was it. And there was no there were no shops.
But it was nice to get out this summer, wasn't it? Just really nice when there wasn't much happening.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I mean, going back to this game, can you go just maybe put the rook on D1 or something? I'd play rook D1. Yeah, that's a good move.
She's done it.
Because how does black develop? If you take on B2, go bishop E6, you might run into some queen E5 issues. So queen takes. Take on B2, Louise. Don't even think about it. I feel like sometimes these moves should be automatic. No, I wouldn't have taken on D8. I think that now bishop E6.
Yeah, a bishop
A6. That's also possible. Maybe queen E5 or queen E5, queen D2. F3 is a move.
Oh, yeah.
Then you have to calculate queen d3, but white should be comfortable. I would play f3 or bishop f1 is also possible.
Bishop f1 I was looking at as well. Yeah, because this bishop at the moment, this bishop's not sorry, that one isn't that exciting for white.
Exactly. That's possibly why I wanted to go f3, just to open up the scope of that bishop. Is g4 a move, actually? G4. Also
G4,
not bad.
interesting.
Yeah.
So she wants to go b5, doesn't she? So could she go a4 and then
a4? I think. Yeah. Bishop f1. Put the king back on g2. Kramnik always says, when in doubt, put the king on g2. King g2. Auto move.
Going back to your g4 move, Danny. I think Louise likes g4, doesn't she? In general, as a move.
Oh, really? Yeah. I'm maybe getting mixed up with Zoe, because Zoe.
I know Zoe does, but I think Louise does too.
They'll love g4. Yeah.
Yeah.
What h4? Like what all the computers play.
Computers like h4. Yeah. I always used to like d4.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is a sort of position where if you play it really, really accurately, you're probably going to get.
Hi, Twilight Chess.
Sorry?
I said hi to Twilight Chess.
Oh, yeah. So I assumed everything was about me. Oh, Queen h8. That's a very nice move. Yeah. That's actually
good.
Already winning.
Queen
so rook b6 was a blunder. So he's very alert in this game. Yeah. So if h5, you have check, and queen c7 is winning. So I think rook c6 you have to play, probably only move, and then takes, and then move the king. But I would take. Okay, you can make a draw here, but probably you should go for more than a draw.
Yeah. They get increment, don't they? I think it's 3+2. So she's a bit behind on the clock, but
no, she's just going for the draw. But I think you could queen a8 here. Queen a8's a good move.
Oh, clever. Because the rook's pinned.
Queen a8. If rook d6, you have rook c7. Queen a8 was winning, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
She didn't see it, unfortunately. So really, she should have won that game. I think she needs to be a bit more ruthless.
Yeah. Okay, let's check Ferrari fan, who is playing black in this game.
Right. How much time? So they get like 3 minutes plus.
3 minutes and 2 seconds, and they can berserk. And if they do, then they'll get, the extra point for the game, but half the time and no increment.
I should start playing this because increment is like ages,
Yeah.
I don't like bishop a6. I don't like that move. I don't like the way black's played this opening. Like, it's too passive. a3, 95 now. Yeah, 95.
Oh, yes.
Rook c8.
Pawn on c6.
Queen a4 looks tremendous for white already. Or bishop g3 at some point, maybe. Bishop g3 lining up some knight g6. Queen a4, yeah. That's what I said. Well, actually, it's quite clever. And now queen a7. Just take the pawn, yeah. This has already gone. I don't like all this bishop a6 stuff. I think if you're going to go b6, you should put the bishop on b7 rather than try and exchange bishops in this line.
Okay.
So, yeah, already this is looking quite bad for black. You can just exchange material if you want and just put the knight on g3 or something like this. That's what he's done.
Yeah.
Queen c7, maybe.
Looks like a second pawn might go then.
Yeah, maybe he's, who's this guy? Mark 94.
Yeah. So actually, Ferrari fan's the higher rated player.
Yeah, but I think he's going to lose this one. I mean, Mark, when they say 94, it's not very original, is it, Natasha? It's normally the year they were born.
True. 94 is pretty young. It's actually not even that. It feels like ridiculously young to me, but it's actually not even all that young, is it, anymore?
No, it's not. I mean, I'm an old man, I'm like, I feel like
you're younger than me, Danny.
Am I? Oh, well, I'm a young man.
But not much.
I'm a very young man,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, black's got a bit of counterplay here, Natasha. I mean, I think, maybe the rating difference is starting to tell.
Yeah.
Because, okay, if I was white here, I might play some, rook c2 is a good move. And maybe now black should play g6, yeah. And now knight g3. Knight g4 is also okay. It's hard to create counterplay because you have b4. I can just take it. Maybe
I'm thinking of trying to get the rooks into the game, maybe with rook e8 or something, and then rook e4 or
rook e8, b3, and then if you move the knight, I have well, you can go knight a5 though. It's true. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe some kind of b3, then knight f3. That's fine. So just trying to exchange off that knight. Is there a rook? You know, I always look for crazy stuff like rook e3, but it doesn't work.
Yes.
Maybe c5's a move. c5, dc, knight takes b2 with a mess. When you're material down, you need to kind of generate play. Yeah, but I don't like the way that White's played this actually. Suddenly, like b2 is very
because this b file now is looking quite nice for black.
This is really poor technique by White. This is the first person I've slagged off today. But
look, because rook b3, you could then you're threatening.
You take on b2 here. No, it doesn't quite work. Yeah, you're right. Rook b3, Natasha. You're threatening maybe c3. But it already feels like really uncomfortable pressure for. Maybe White has still got chances, but I don't like that move. It's just giving up your advantage too quickly. I hate that move. Like c4 now, open up the position. White's just winning. I mean, basically, maybe he's got some chances of coming around the back, but I think like the whole strength of that position was that weak pawn on b2.
Yes.
So you could just wait. If nothing else, you could wait. I don't like c3 at all, unless it was winning by force. I would just never play it. So.
Hi, Kenworthy39, who is not Gary Kenworthy.
I thought, I didn't like Queen f3. I didn't really think that was a very good move because now suddenly it looks like Black might have an attack. Rook g2 maybe, or something like rook.
Yes. Do we probably have to defend our?
Right. Sorry, I'm blundering. It's easy to blunder when it's not your own.
It's really easy to blunder, but maybe that's fine, right?
Oh, he's doing the Nigel Short King march. Queen h3, mate.
Queen h3, mate. Oh, well done, Ferrari fan.
No, but that was shocking, you know. That was. I wouldn't even.
He got away with it a bit.
I wouldn't even give well done for that. That was horrendous. I mean, I was more about his opponent's mistakes than.
Right, Danny. We're going to look at the Knight of Spring now.
Oh, the Knight of. Yeah, they should both be disqualified from chess for that abomination of a game. Forced retirement.
Ferrari fans, one of our top players, Danny.
Bishop d2, Natasha.
Bishop d2, yes.
But no, I mean, I don't. Yeah, that's what he's playing.
Done it. Well done, Knight of Spring.
Well, I'm not even sure that was the best move, actually. Probably you could have allowed the capture on f4. But now Black should probably defend the bishop because normally in these kind of positions, Black, you want to go d4 at some point.
Yeah.
So rook b8, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And now d4 is a threat. So I feel like actually Black looks like it has a better position here. Maybe queen a4 is an option.
Yeah, I guess he will. Black will look to get the center pawns moving, and that's probably why. Is that why you think Black feel like Black's better? Because it's
I mean, the problem with these queens, these kind of positions as White, these kind of queens Indians, if you play it passively like White has done, you know, you can end up getting driven back. And it looks to me like White's getting driven back, like knight back to d1, but it looks like a really passive move. I can start going knight e4 then maybe and start attacking. It's true that pawns are blockaded at the time being, though. White could go knight d1, b3, knight b2. He should Why is he spending so long? You have to go knight d1 automatically.
And then come around here and there, maybe.
I don't understand what he's thinking about. It's like the only move, yeah? Everything else loses immediately. I mean, this is impractical.
True. Might be fine.
What, queen d7? Or have I missed something? Why isn't queen d7 just winning? I mean, that's a shock of a move. Knight b5 is a shock.
I was going to suggest knight b5. Queen g7 does indeed appear to win on the spot.
Yeah, or Queen e8 was also strong. Yeah, this is a disaster. That's why I'd say knight d1 was
poor old knight of spring. Unlucky knight of spring. Okay.
No, it wasn't unlucky. It wasn't unlucky. It was a terrible game. You should quit chess. All these people are probably sitting there.
We don't really want you to quit chess, knight of spring. Okay. No. Let's see, Ben.
Right.
Ben 2391.
Ben's quite a popular name amongst English
Yes.
people. Who would you say? What would you say is the most popular name amongst English people? Is
For
Ben
chess players
or anybody? Yeah, actually, chess players. What's the most popular first name?
Ben Purton, isn't there?
Ben Purton.
Yeah, there was lots of Jonathans, aren't there? There's lots of
Jonathan Parker, Jonathan Mestel,
Spielman, Mestel, John Nunn.
John Nunn. Yeah, there's lots of Johns. Yeah, that's true. John Ems.
John Ems, of course.
A friend to the ECF commentary.
Yes.
This looks really nice for white, by the way. I quite. This is like a Morritt Gambit kind of compensation for the pawn. I quite like this for white. Yeah, threatening e5.
Oh, is this a Mora? It does look like a Mora, doesn't it?
It was. I didn't see. What were the first few moves?
Let's go back. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a Mora Gambit, right?
Completely was a Mora. And the b4. Oh, I played that line. I
played this line. b5. I didn't understand that at all.
No, I did play this line.
b4 is a move. Yeah.
Yeah. Because if they take on, if they take on b4, you've got these tricks. There's a sort of pawn advance on the queen side type trick.
But I don't like this giving up the dark square bit. I noticed that in the Mora. This is all completely
actually wrong. I played this line against someone called Ben Savage. Do you remember him?
Ben Savage. Yeah. I've had a game against him in the Mora Gambit in a county match many years ago, and he played on till May. I was a little bit. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. No. This is actually it was a different Ben. No, I know Ben Savage. No, maybe I'm getting mixed up.
Oh, hi, I am. Check this. It's Rich Pert. We're going to, after this game, we're going to look in on Eden Hazard, who's Max.
Oh, yeah, we'll have a look. Hi, Rich. Yeah, how's it going, mate? Yeah. Rich is a good friend of mine. You know, he's a guy from Essex. You know, it's an IM, very strong player. But Black's completely made it. You know, I thought White should not have exchanged the bishop on f4. I noticed that in the Mora Gambit, people make this mistake. But somehow he's got a winning position anyway, because this is just game over.
This looks really nice now, doesn't it?
Rook takes f7. Looking very good for Ben.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can find out which, if this is, do we know which Ben this is?
Maybe it is Ben Purton.
ECF 1840. So Ben, I think Ben Purton's ECF's higher than that. So
I'll slag him. He's too big to slag off. I won't slag off. Scary.
Gigantibear is suggesting Rook A7 instead of Bishop F6. That must have been.
Yeah, I felt like Black was doing really well because normally in that Mora Gambit, when you lose the dark square bishop as white, Black is very comfortable. I don't know. Maybe we could go back to that moment a little bit earlier because. A little bit later on, but yeah, this is just an easy win, I guess, because you're just gonna.
Oh yeah, because you take the rook on A8 at the end.
You can take the rook on the.
Okay,
on A8.
I'm gonna actually. Yes, he's won. Well done, Ben. Nice Mora there.
Yeah.
And English chess players are in the lead at the moment with 28 points.
Nice.
So fantastic. I think we should now check in on Eden. Let's check in on Eden.
Yeah.
Okay, and he is playing. Oh my gosh, he's playing a 2500 player. He's playing the King of Speed. So Eden's Black in this position.
I like his position. I feel like
double pawns and stuff. Yeah.
Maybe he could have taken on b2 actually and just grabbed and just arrogantly said, "Look," but 95 is like an admission that you're just worse. Now you're just going to be worse forever. Like Bishop c5, Rook g3 check, or even Rook e2. White's better, and then he puts the bishop on c3. Oh no, hang on. There's a Rook d1 and a Bishop f2 coming. So it's not as clear.
Yeah. So you could interpose here, can't you? Knight g6, maybe.
You could try. Yeah, I think you should try knight g6. Yeah, but But then bishop e3 is probably. I mean, white should be better. Well, here if bishop h6, you can go check and take the pawn on f2. Or even then, it's quite dangerous.
There's a lot. Yes. Okay. So if we do check.
No, you can't actually. Bishop h6 is a bishop g7, knight h6, mate. So you haven't got time. So now he has to go knight g. He has to go knight g6 here.
So knight g6 we want to see here.
Well, you could throw in rook d1 first and then knight g6, but it all looks very dangerous for black.
Yeah.
Does bishop g7 takes f6, for example? But Max's rating's gone up quite a bit because I used to play him in these lockdown tournaments. Yeah. I think he was only about 2150 at the time. So
they've been doing a lot of chess and coaching at their school. I think it's really, really nice. I went along to one of their events a few weeks ago. They had loads of players and they played a tournament as well. It was really nice.
What school's that? In Chelmsford?
Yes.
Chelmsford, yeah. Yeah, it's a good idea to get into the coaching. There's a lot of money in it, especially in London. Everybody employs nannies now, and maybe I'll get my own nanny.
Yeah, nanny. Yeah.
Rook c3, knight h6, king f8. I don't. Yeah, I think White's. Also, why is he taking so long to find king f8? It's only move like rook c3. But then bishop c, I feel like black is fine now. Bishop c5 or bishop g1 check. Bishop c5, just play quickly.
C5, yeah. Okay, he's done it. And it's okay, yeah. It's like equal on. It's better than it was when we joined it, I think.
Yeah, I feel this is fine for black now. I mean, white is. But now he's attacking f7, so still you've got to be careful. Bishop d6 you could throw in, but then g3. Maybe you should play rook d7. I feel like bishop d6 was tempting, but it's actually a mistake because now g3 and then f7 is crumbling. I think you had to go rook d7. Sometimes you just have to play the passive.
How do we defend?
He's in trouble now. He's in trouble. This is losing.
Oh, and he's got 10 seconds left.
Yeah, I had to play. Rook d7 was fine, but now it was a tempting move. Sometimes you get lured into playing a tempting move. It's just lost now.
Is it so awful, though, right? So if rook f7, king e8.
But I think maybe it's not lost, but from a practical point of view, you're never going to survive, are you? I mean, you should go back to f2 to defend b2, or you could take on a7 as well. Or take, rook f2, and then you can always put the knight on f5.
Yeah.
Or knight g4.
Bring the king in.
Yeah, rook f2 I would play. Just defend the pawn and just be a clear pawn. That's what he's played. Yeah, now knight f5 has come in. Yeah, practically. I think he got lured into that. Knight f5 now.
It was tempting, wasn't it?
Yeah, sometimes, Blitz, you get lured into moves and you kind of feel like you shouldn't play them, but you end up playing them at g4 now. He'll play, yeah.
Kenworthy, you're playing on the Fylde Coast League. I used to play in that league many, many years ago.
Where's this?
A Fylde Coast is that in near Yorkshire? Blackpool. Yeah, it's
right. Lancashire.
Yeah, because it's after Poulton-le-Fylde is Fylde, and
right. Is that where you're from? You're from Lancashire?
No, I worked there for about 3 years when I worked at Guardian Royal Exchange. And so I lived in St Anne's on Sea, which was really nice, actually.
Yeah.
And then used to have evenings out in Brighton. Not Brighton, Blackpool.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I'm hopefully the Blackpool Congress is on this year. I'm definitely going to go to Blackpool if it is. Yeah, Max has fought back well. I mean, White has played horrendously, and actually he's better now. This is awful. Like, this guy should quit chess. White should quit chess. Rook d3 and then king e4 though. He's still fighting. Because if king b5 then king e5.
Right, should be at least drawing this now, right?
Yeah, I feel like this, but
he's played the whole thing on increment. It's like only 2 seconds.
H4 is horrendous. Now, Max will win this now. Yeah, rook check. Well, actually, no, this would probably be a draw.
Remember, this guy's 2,500.
Wow, 2,500 Lichess is only about 2,100 over the board, probably. I mean, it's pretty weak, you know. Even I'm over 20. I'm 2,800 on Lichess.
2,800, are you? My goodness.
Yeah, but I think it's inflated, Natasha. I think like this should be a draw. Yeah. Well, I can go King F5. Funny enough, the knight on C2.
It seems to cover all the squares the bishop's going to, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, King H6 now. You have to be slightly careful as black because, or King F6. Oh no, yeah, I think King G5 was better because then I would have stopped H6. Yeah, I mean, I think the Lichess ratings compared to FIDE ratings, they're inflated by about probably at least 200 points, maybe more. So I would guess this guy over the board, King of Speed, is probably 2,200 or something. But I've seen players who are okay, now knight H6 you have to play. And then knight F7. I think this is probably a draw, but black would have to play. Yeah, Max has played this quite badly. Why doesn't he go knight H6, knight F7? I don't understand that at all. He's just going to take the draw. Why not knight F7? It's just an auto move, yeah. And now King F6. Yeah, probably this is going to be winning. Yeah, maybe Max needs to look at his endgames because he should never have lost this. He was actually better. Yeah, now knight E5 is.
Oh no.
Oh, can you win this? You can put the knight on A5 and then bring the king over. Yeah, it's winning. Yeah, King C3, King F6. Yeah, I think on Lichess, Natasha, it's probably be about 200 points, at least 200 points, maybe more inflated over FIDE ratings.
Yeah.
And on chess.com ratings, I'd say it was about at least 300 points, you know?
Yeah.
As well. So it's quite a lot of inflation that goes on. Yeah, this is winning for white. It's quite a long game, isn't it? You know?
It's funny, white, it doesn't feel like white's made progress in the last few moves. Oh, it does now.
It's quite hard to win.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's clever. Now he can come in around the back, King E8, yeah. King E7. King E7 he should play. I mean, you could even go King D6 and give up the knight. Oh, no, maybe not, because then he can get the opposition. But, yeah, this is a very easy win.
Oh, unlucky, Max, because he was in that game for a long, long time.
Yeah, he played it quite well, but I think, like, he should never have lost when he had the bishop and knight. I thought he was going to win, actually, at one point.
I thought he was.
He had all the momentum of the game, didn't he?
All right.
So he should resign now. I don't know why he's playing on. You know.
He should resign because to get more games.
Yeah, he should resign. You know. But okay, you've got to have a fighting attitude. But I feel like you can take it to the limits.
All right. We haven't yet seen David Wilson. So let's see David Wilson, who is berserking against Alan 54. And it looks like David Wilson's got a very good position. In fact, he's a queen and a rook up, so this should be mate very short.
Right. Is this
well
the guy?
Done, David Wilson.
Is that the guy who used to play really good as a junior, or am I getting? No, I'm getting mixed up with someone else, aren't I?
There's a few Wilsons. And
yeah. David
Wilson did the commentary. Maybe a week or two ago. So
he was born in. Let me guess. He was born in 1980.
I'm guessing that. Yeah.
They telegraph it when they put 1980.
Okay.
I'm going to put 2006 for my avatar, so people.
That'll scare everybody, you know.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's good for like a 15-year-old, you know, 16-year-old. But there's Viscount Z coming up soon, isn't there, Natasha?
It's true.
Yeah, who's your prediction for that? Who are you predicting to win?
I don't know, but I'm going. I've booked flights. I'm doing a talk on AI there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really complicated at the moment though with COVID to do. You kind of get nervous about booking flights and stuff.
You're a bit of an expert on. Are you one of the? You know, I was watching this film earlier on Netflix. It's quite a good film. It's called Mother Android with Chloe Moretz. It's about these. androids. It's a typical like Terminator storyline when these androids try to kill everybody. But my opinion is actually, I think all this is overblown, and actually robots or like machines will probably not try to wipe us all out. And if anything, they'll be more beneficial than that. But maybe you will have a different opinion. I don't. You're much more of an expert on it than I am.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's hope they don't. They're kind of. I agree with you though.
Yeah. What do you think about the influences? Mind it's quite a big subject, but what do you think about like the whole? I mean, when you're analysing with computers, is it a little bit like? I find that now because when I do like opening work and stuff, it can be very easy just to switch the engine on because computers are so powerful at chess.
Yeah. It's a temptation, isn't it? You got to kind of think for yourself still.
Yeah, exactly. But I look at this position. White isn't making much progress here. Rook C7 check, Natasha. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's run out. Mouse slip ran out of time.
Oh, mouse slip, right.
Okay, so let us see the dancing chess crab.
Yeah, that's a dancing chess crab. What a great name.
It is. And dancing chess crab is playing Texas to Brazil, who we saw already, didn't we? Who was playing Louise, I think, in the first game.
Ah, right. How's Louise doing in general?
She's doing fine. She was up there as well. We'll check back in on her in a moment.
Queen G7 and then take on H7.
Ah, yeah, French defense.
I don't even know why he's thinking. Why would you even think about that? Why did you go Queen G4 and then pause when the guy went knight E7? I mean, what was the point of going Queen G4 if you weren't going to take? Okay, so CD again. I feel like some of these players, they spend too long on auto moves. You got to just play it instantly. CD, don't think about it.
Twister's asking, have you managed to watch Whiplash yet?
Oh, somebody suggested that to me on my stream. Not really. That's with J.K. Simmons. But I watch a lot of films. I was watching The Godfather the other day. Like.
Oh, nice.
Godfather Part 1, Godfather Part 2. But yeah,
my son just watched The Godfather a little while back and really liked it.
It's great music as well. It's like do 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 do. Very atmospheric, but I mean, great actors like Marlon Brando, phenomenal actor.
Yeah. I would take on D5, I think here.
Yeah, I was going to say you don't really get films like that anymore. It's like all like CGI special effects. Yeah,
the other one from ages ago that I was watching with my son was the one with the minis driving through Italy.
Oh, The Italian Job.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was very visual.
Michael Caine, yeah?
Yes.
Came out in 1969, I believe.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, they did a remake with Mark Wahlberg and Charlize Theron, but it wasn't as good. And there's a great scene where they at the end where they're on the bus and it kind of teeters on the edge of the cliff.
Yeah.
As they're trying to get away, and he's got like all the gold, and they say, right, what does he say? He says something like, "I've got a marvelous plan," or "Hang on, lads," Yeah, this feels like I feel like White's gone wrong here. Like he's lost too much time in development. But Queen H4 is still an unclear position, actually. Oh, Queen H4 can be met with Rook G4, but then you've got Queen H8 check. So yeah, Queen H4. I feel like he's spending too much time. Queen F4.
Yeah.
You got to get on with it. It doesn't really matter if you make mistakes. I feel like these players are trying to play too precisely. Of course, it's easy for me to say because I'm a GM and I've got a lot of experience and I can play like automatically play decent moves.
Yeah, you just kind of know the right moves, don't you? And I guess
but because it's intuition,
other players have to work it out.
Thousands of positions or whatever.
Yeah.
You take it for granted. But now Rook G2 is a problem. Rook takes G2 is a problem because then you can't castle. So this is awkward for White. He's played it. Rook G, yeah, but now Rook G4 might be winning.
Kenworthy's saying that a player against him took ages on a force move because they were actually getting computer assistance.
Oh yeah, happens all the time.
He said he's reported it to Chess24.
I don't even bother reporting them now. I'm thinking like the mafia kind of way. I'm not no dirty rat, you know. I mean, the thing is what's the point? There's so many of them. I can't even be bothered to report them. You know, it's like you're telling them off for being naughty school kids.
You can never really be sure, anyway, can you? I think the stronger you are, the more sure you can be.
To some extent. I mean, I remember I was telling people about Rouses before he got found out, and I was certain that he was cheating.
Yeah.
But yeah, Black got greedy there.
Because he was getting like Rouses, wasn't he just getting like 100% of winnings sort of thing? He was.
Well, people were saying, this was the interesting point, Natasha. People were saying, oh, he's playing weaker opposition. That's what makes it deceptive, because he's actually not using the computer. He's just very clever the way always make sure that he arranges to play against weaker opposition. But I realised there are two reasons for that. Firstly, two reasons why that was a mistake. Firstly, I thought it was clever that the fact that he knew he wouldn't play against people like Magnus. He refused to play in like the top tournaments because even though he had quite a high rating by the end, because basically he knew that people like Magnus they'd be quite happy to report him firstly. Yeah. And also they're more sharper. They work with computers all the time, so they would understand that he's cheating.
It's true, isn't it? And also the tournaments, if they're so high profile, they'd
exactly, yeah, they'd have they'd all be online and everybody. Queen F2 now, Black's winning. Yeah, it's been a bit of a random game. Rook D8 check, just throw in Rook D8. But yeah, and also the other thing is it's very hard, even if you're playing against weaker players, comparatively speaking, it's still not easy to beat. You're not going to score those kind of percentages against those people unless you are of that strength, unless you are genuinely a 26-70 kind of player. You're going to drop a lot of points.
For sure.
Queen D2 now is winning, I think.
Queen takes,
Queen D2, now Queen D3. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Black can resign. It's going to be mate. I think force mate, Rook E5, yeah. And then Rook B5 and Queen B3. No, he's decided not to give checkmate.
Okay. Oh, we're back up to the top. Should we check in again on Louise? Let's see.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So she's now berserking. She's playing.
Wow.
She's the higher rated player here by quite some way. So, yeah.
Okay, she's berserking against BS Lawrence. BSL Lawrence. Is it BSI or BS?
BSI Lawrence.
Well, I think she could have just taken a pawn on A2 last move. I think that pawn was just on prees, but Rook C8 is fine. Yeah, I think White's in a little bit. Also, Bishop E5 might be a threat now because of the back rank problem. Bishop E5, Queen E5.
She's won a piece.
Yeah, now I can already go Rook C1 or Bishop E5. Yeah, White hasn't really done a very good job of sorting out the tactical problems.
Well, she can win another. She just takes the Rook as well.
Really? How?
Queen takes Rook.
Oh no, but I'm a little bit behind you.
You're maybe behind.
Yeah. I don't see the move. Yeah, Queen C5. Yeah, 1400 rating.
Yeah,
it's quite a low rating, but
it's a low rating.
Everybody has a right to. It's funny when I say high rated players play badly. I should say they should quit chess. But 1400 play the same game. I wouldn't say that.
No,
so maybe I'm a hypocrite. But yeah, I mean, everybody has their own. Do you feel like there's something?
Do you think you should quit chess once you start playing badly, or just is it fine to just kind of carry on and just play for fun?
Yeah, that's an interesting question actually, because yeah, I mean, I've threatened to quit chess on many occasions. Yeah, he's going to give checkmate, but I think the thing is, yeah, what I wouldn't want to do is play below the level that I know that I'm capable of playing.
Yeah.
And if I started playing, like, say, if I went down to 23-40 or whatever,
Yeah.
um,
Southern Chris is saying he hopes one day he'll be strong enough for you to say he should quit chess.
yeah. Oh, Southern Chris, yeah, I know him. He was on my stream. I wanted the puzzle thing, but yeah, exactly. But the thing is, I feel like I'm not being funny. I feel like I'm a lot stronger than 24-80, Natasha. I feel like I should be up there with the big boys, but I'm a bit lazy. You know, like your friend Matthew Sadler.
Yeah.
You know, he works very hard. You know, like
Yeah.
he used to. I mean, you know, probably still does. But
No, it still does. Yeah.
But that's the thing. If I had the same kind of work ethic, I might have achieved a lot more. But you know, because my openings, I feel like has always been an issue in terms of not knowing my lines as well as probably I should have done. You know, because I think the biggest difference. Yeah, I've actually just finished a book, and I was talking about the difference between, say, you know, an amateur player and a grandmaster, and you know, a grandmaster and a world champion, like someone like me, and say, you know, Magnus Carlsen. Well, one of the biggest differences is just the incredible knowledge of opening theory that these top guys have. You know, they just know so many different lines, and without a huge amount of work, you're not going to achieve that level. You know,
I certainly find now that I'm sort of even put off playing by the opening theory, in that I'm not sure I'll get out of the opening with a proper game, and I just want to get into the game. So yeah, so like people have been talking about chess 960. I think that's a really good idea, that you can kind of play and you haven't.
Well, not everybody likes it. I don't particularly like chess 960.
Is not a fan of that one.
Not really, because I just feel that I don't know. I just feel it looks a bit ugly to me. I just don't really like it. But it
does your head in, doesn't it? Because you suddenly find your pieces are all on squares you're not expecting them to be, and then
I like the repetition of chess, but the problem is so many variations now have been so exhaustively analysed. Yeah, that it's very difficult to find new stuff, new ideas, and especially in the mainline stuff like the Ryla pairs and the Sicilian and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just been analysed to death. But yeah, this position looks very good for white, actually, because if you move the knight, then e4 was hanging. And who is this playing?
Wood Pusher is Mike Harris.
Oh, this is a guy I said was quite a good. You told me before was quite a good junior player.
Yeah, I mean, I think he would be. Oh, 1971. He's my age. Yeah. No, he was British champion at one point for juniors.
Oh yeah, you said that, but yes, he's quite a talented player. He seems to play quite well for his age as well. You know, like, not that, like I say, it's not that you're an old player, but I'm saying the wrong things again.
I'd say to Wood Pusher he should be playing in the seniors this year. Yeah, it's a good idea, actually. Yeah, I'm going to get Wood Pusher.
I dread playing in the seniors.
Do you? I'm actually. I really want to do it. I haven't quite arranged anything yet, but I do.
I'm terrified of growing old, Natasha, and like I really dread playing in the seniors. Like, that's not going to happen to me.
Hi, Guitar Man.
Rook c7. Rook c7 is a good move.
Oh, Danny, do you remember Kenworthy has bought you several pints in the past? Good old days when he played for Peter Thompson in the London League for Hackney Chess Club.
Oh, so it is Gary Kenworthy then?
It's not Gary Kenworthy.
Well, what was your name?
He's Kenworthy, but he is Kenworthy, but he's not.
What's your name? I don't know who your name is, though.
Unless he is Gary Kenworthy saying he's not. No, he's saying no, it's not Gary Kenworthy.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, the thing is, I'm not being funny. I forget people I met last week.
I'm terrible now. When I would, like, even people I know really well, and then I forget. I'm
terrible at remembering names. I just can't remember anybody's name. So sorry. I'm not even going to apologise, actually, if I can't remember your name. You know, but
Simon Ansell.
Is it Simon Ansell?
Why are you called Kenworthy 39 then, Simon? Now I'm really confused. If it's Simon, you've really confused me.
Oh no, Simon Ansell. Not
Ansell, not Simon Ansell. Poor Kenworthy.
So we thought he was Simon Ansell and Gary Kenworthy.
And Gary Kenworthy, but he's actually
neither.
Simon Ansell.
Why are you called Kenworthy? If I may, are you a fan of Gary Kenworthy?
Everybody's a fan of Gary Kenworthy. Let's see. As Gary Kenworthy remembers everything, he wouldn't be having this conversation like we are.
No. No.
Oh, Simon played alongside Danny.
I don't remember it.
It's because I meant to remember.
Sorry,
sorry, Kenworthy. I'm always asking Kenworthy.
Some guy came up to me at the Scarborough Congress, really nice guy.
Asking.
He started chatting to me, like really, oh, hi Danny, how's it going? Blah blah blah. And I was like, oh yeah. I was like nodding along. And I should have said at some point, sorry, who are you? Because I never said like, who are you? Yeah. And then we had this long conversation, and I never had an inkling who the guy was, you know?
Yeah. Do you know now?
All the time. I feel like white's a lot better. G5 for an F6, maybe, Natasha. Yeah. This looks. Is this Texas to Brazil? That's one of our.
Same one. We've seen him. This is the third time we've seen him now.
Now you can take on G6. This is unpleasant.
And our guy's Shaq Shiri.
Oh, our guy's Shaq Shiri.
Yeah.
So we're not. Yeah, Shaq Shiri's in trouble. Who's Shaq Shiri?
I don't know. I'm just going to try and find out.
Rook to F1. It's very
Raymond Klein.
Raymond Klein.
Video rating 1979 from Yeovil.
Never heard of him. But yeah, so many good players. You know, 979 is pretty. G6 is very strong. 971 is a pretty decent player.
What about Knight D6 though now? Oh, Queen D6.
This is horrible. This is almost like this is mate. Yeah, Knight D. Yeah, you got Queen G6. You're right. But then I can take on B7.
Now watch out for this fork.
Maybe Knight D5 now. Yeah, Knight B6. Also, C3 is coming. Yeah. Forcing the knight back. I would play C3 here. Yeah, that's what he's done. Maybe Rook F5. Or even just Rook F3, Queen F2, Rook G3. Just play that very quickly.
Kenworthy 39. I haven't seen Gary Kenworthy or Bogdan Lalic this recently. It's like since lockdown. But I tell you who I did see was his son Peter Lalic.
Yeah.
Who he was playing in a match, Kingston against Epsom.
I saw him actually. There was a very small London Chess Classic this year.
Yeah. I saw him there as well.
I was outside, and this kid sort of said, "Oh, Gormally." I was like, "Who the hell's that?" So I actually asked him. It was because I was like, "I don't recognise you." He's like, "Oh, Peter Lalic." And then I was like, "Oh, Peter, yeah. I remembered him from before." He seemed like a nice guy, but
he won the Blitz as well.
Yeah, he's a good player. I mean, he's still a good player.
Yeah.
I mean,
because he was playing, and Graham Buckley was also playing. So I travelled back on the train with those two.
Yeah. So Keith maybe as well. Keith was playing.
Yes.
So all X's, all presents of Susan Lalic.
But she wasn't playing.
She wasn't playing, right.
No.
But
we'll have to get her playing again.
Yeah, there's a lot of players now. They just don't play. I mean, Kenworthy was saying this about playing for Hackney, and I was thinking, all those days he used to play Hackney's people like Miroslav, John Naylor sadly passed away.
Oh, yes.
And Simon was playing for Hackney.
Yes.
Ebola. Guy from, I believe he's...
Oh, yeah. I've played him before.
Nigeria. Yeah, there's loads of people, like, you remember back in the day.
Yeah.
And then you never see them now,
Oh, Shaq Shiri's got mated.
Oh, has he got mated? Yeah. There's a Rook F8, yeah.
Okay, English chess players still in the lead. Fantastic. Let's check in on Henny Penny.
Henny Penny,
who's a regular, plays every week. In this event, well, twice a week in this event, and is playing white here.
I've seen the name before. I think last time I did a commentary, there was a Henny Penny. Yeah,
that'll be the one. Oh, it's a kind of weird Trompovsky type thing. Look, I'll show you from the start because we're only 4 moves in.
Yeah. Oh, sugaring strike. Yeah.
F6, is that a normal move?
Sorry, go back to that position. Where did he go? F6.
Yeah. So it went D4, D5, Bishop G5.
Yeah, F6. That is a line, but after Bishop. after bishop f4,
e5
uh,
takes. Oh, it's a sacrifice.
You could also go knight c6 immediately, Natasha, or you could
Instead
also
of e5. Yeah.
I think after bishop f4, maybe even h5 is the move, in the spirit of the computer.
Wow.
The idea of g5, maybe h5 is an interesting move, but then white could just play h4.
A bit of a crazy opening.
But knight c6 would certainly be a theoretical recommendation, and then play e5. But very interesting idea actually, e5 and then knight c6. I like it.
Okay, and Henny Penny is he's got a queen h5 check in. Now this is looking good. Oh, knight g6 block.
Yeah, don't like knight e7. I think black should have gone for like captures somewhere, but this is looking quite promising for white.
It's looking good for Henny Penny. Castle's long on move 9.
Bishop b4 maybe, but now castle's queen side is already winning for white. Yeah, it's too slow. Now you haven't got time for bishop b4 because knight d5 is just very strong. So do you think this is Ruslan Ponomarev? Because the only Ruslan I know in chess is Ruslan.
Oh, it probably is. 12.25.
Yeah, his rating's gone down quite a bit.
He's having an off day.
He's another one actually, Ponomarev, who doesn't really play much now. I was thinking this the other day. There's like a whole generation of players like Leko, Topalov, Judith Polgar, Ponomarev, Morozevich, who are still quite young, but somehow they don't really play that much. And it's interesting, the contrast. You remember, a guy like Viktor Korchnoi, for example.
Oh, he played. Yeah, he played.
Yeah,
right till he was old.
That's it. And is it maybe knight f4 is possible now, Natasha? Was that a blunder?
Yes. Yeah.
Take on f4 would have been strong, but I think now. Well, there was queen f3, but I don't think it was very good. So now white's back in control. You got to somehow look out for those kind of moves like knight f4.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that move. Knight takes e7, leaving the queen on freeze. This looks really bad.
Henny Penny's going to win.
Henny Penny. Who is Henny Penny?
Ruslan Ponomarev.
Who is Henny Penny?
Henny Penny, don't ask me because I should know all of these. I'm not going to be able to tell you anyone's name.
I'll look them up.
FIDE rating 1720. And
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't give the name. Henny Penny. Henny _Penny. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, 1720. But there's so many good players,
Yeah, I think he plays at one of the Northwest chess clubs.
Maybe something like Preston or something like that. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Bolton. Grim places.
Wigan in my mind, but I can't.
Wigan, Bolton. You ever seen that book, Britain's Worst Towns or whatever?
Oh, yeah. I have. Crap towns.
Yeah. Slag off where people live now. No, I mean, there's nice areas.
Hi, Ganta Bear. How are you doing?
King A6. But there's nice areas of every town has kind of nice areas and not very nice areas, really, I think. I went to Coventry quite recently. I didn't really like that place at all. I thought it was very scary.
It was on Widnes I went to, and
that's in Lancashire as well, yeah.
Yeah, Lancashire. I played chess there.
And that was
I
quite
think I gave Mark Hebden a lift to the tournament in Widnes and nearly managed to crash the car on the way.
Was that quite grim, was it?
It was a long time. It was it had a big factory. This was 25 years ago, but it had a massive factory there, so it had its own factory smell, let's say.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful what you say because people get very attached.
Yeah, no, I'm realizing I'm saying.
I can't say, "Oh, that place is a terrible place to live."
No, it was. I mean, that was a long time ago as well. So.
I was in North Shields quite recently. Played North Shields Congress.
Oh, well done, Henny Penny, checkmate.
Yeah, and that's kind of grim. Like the high street is a lot of shuttered up shops, and it's kind of a bit depressing place to live, I would say, but.
Let's see if I can
Everybody
I'm
has.
not sure if I don't know. I've never been there, I don't think.
But not everybody has the money to like live in like Los Angeles or
No, indeed. Yeah.
You know, Mayfair or whatever. Bishop d6, very comfortable for black. White's opening choice is a little bit insipid. It's not too bad. Castles. So who are we cheering on here? Is it Snake
We
Eyes?
are cheering Gigantabear. She's
Who's
playing black.
Who's Gigantabear?
It's Audrey Q.
Oh,
Who played
right.
at the Classic earlier.
That's right. Is he from Cambridge?
She's
Something.
no, where
Cambridge University.
Wait a minute. I think it's Reading Uni.
Oh, Reading Uni.
If I'm remembering right, I should remember this.
This is
another thing I should
originally.
remember.
Is he something like Singapore movie?
Maybe.
I'm getting confused. Bishop f4. A knight e4 is not a bad. No, knight e4, queen d5.
Oh, she was at Cambridge. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right, Danny.
Yeah, I'm always right. As you.
You are always right. I should remember that.
Knight d4 might be a good move. Threatening knight e6. And awkward for black. King G. Yeah, he's using the Kramnik philosophy. When in doubt, play King g2.
Oh yes.
I would throw in King h8 here, maybe. Yeah, that's what she's done. Put the rook on d1. No, queen e3 is fine. Yeah, queen e3 is a good move.
I would try and.
Maybe you could play knight e4, you know, and just try and come down the f file somehow. Yeah, that's also playable. I'll be slightly concerned about knight d4, and then if knight, maybe knight d4, you have knight e4. Threatening rook f2.
Knight e4 really, it's the move you want to play, isn't it?
But then knight e6 hitting the. This is why I would have gone knight e4 as soon as I got the opportunity. I would have gone knight e4.
Oh look, this fork on e6 is coming.
Yeah, now knight e6 is going to be played. Knight e6 should be played. You understand?
Knight e6 because you can't play rook f2 check just because of queen.
No, you just take it. Yeah, it's quite a simple tactic. Will he find knight? He might just go rook e2. No,
he's done it. Found it. Yeah. X, Y, Z.
So maybe you have to go queen. I would go queen c6 with the idea it's a d4 later on. But now f3 is just winning for white. This is just
f3 queen g3.
Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting about that move. Yeah, rook e2. Yeah, I keep blundering that move. Now rook d1, threatening queen e4. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. This is unpleasant. And if you go queen c6, then you have time for like f3 stuff. Yeah, maybe now f3 and then try and go queen e7. Although you do have knight g5.
Yes.
Rook d4, solid move. Yeah, this is torture for black. Rook f4 runs into d4. I keep blundering this position. This is my nightmare position. Queen e7. And just allow moves, you know, queen e7. Yeah, queen e7 is a strong move, actually.
Queen e7, yeah. Because if you go, I was looking at rook f6, but then you could swap off queens if you want to.
But now knight e5. Yeah, I think that was knight f3. Sorry, knight f3.
Knight f3 for sure.
Still, you have queen e7. Still, you have queen e7.
Oh.
So still, very unpleasant for black. I think she's probably going to lose. Well, I think Audrey's quite a good player. So I've seen some.
She's good, and she's also very fast. We've seen her turn around some of these positions.
As opposed to most of our players are very slow. Is that the implication? Rook takes d5.
Yeah.
Rook d7. Yeah, I think white should have just gone rook d7 last move. It was already winning on the spot. There was a knight h4 actually. Maybe it was a knight h4.
Oh, knight h4, yeah.
No, rook d7, knight h4. There was king f1, and when you go rook g8, I take on h4. So rook d7.
She's going for the trap. She wants white to play queen g6, and then we've got knight h4.
Yeah, it's too transparent though. Queen c4, maybe she'll try. But this is desperate stakes. This is really desperate.
It is.
You're praying. The queen c4 might set up a knight h4 idea, maybe.
Yeah.
You have to try it. You have to try queen c4.
Queen c4 looks like the thing, doesn't it?
But maybe you could play knight h4 first. So you either play knight h4 or you go queen c4. So you have to,
c4, she's done it.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, I think white probably is winning here, but now it's become very, very tricky. Yeah, this is suddenly all very. Rook c7 is rook c7. You have to calculate knight h4. It might even end up being a draw, yeah. Because
Rook c7 and also queen e4
was also queen e4. No, queen e4, queen f8.
Queen f8. Oh yes, of course. Okay, so check.
So what happens after king h4, rook f3, king h4, g5, king h5, rook h3, king g6, queen e4, king f7?
That was too many moves for me, Danny.
That's too many moves, but I think the king escapes. So king g2, maybe look at that after the game.
Yeah.
That would have been a very interesting king march. But I think it's just going to take a draw. It's just going to be a draw, king g1. Yeah, knight f3, king g2.
Sure. Got a good save from Gigantiva.
Can we look at that? Knight h4.
Yes. So knight h4 here.
Yeah, can we look at that? Knight h4.
Let's see if I can move. Can I move it? Wait a minute.
Analysis board, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if we go right to the end.
Yeah.
So just here.
Yeah.
Knight h4.
King g3.
King g3.
Which, if it works, it works. But rook f3, king h4, g5, king h5, king. I mean, of course, it's very risky to play like this. Queen e4 check. Oh, but it's rook f5. It's winning. Yeah.
F5.
Yeah, it's winning.
You'd have to go queen here.
Yeah, but I can bring the other rook to f7.
Other rook in.
Yeah, so this was winning, but he didn't have time to calculate it. Also, can you just go back to position after rook f3? Sorry, king g3.
So king g3.
Was it also rook f3? King takes. So g5. King h5. I wanted to try like queen e4, but I think it doesn't really work. Well, even probably there's some kind of forced mate here.
There's probably a mate, isn't there? Like check.
But in any case, you could go like.
Maybe not.
Oh no! Hang on. Are we missing something? So instead of queen e, rook check. But I was also thinking rook f5 was also winning because then you block the checks anyway. Rook f5 is just a win. So he was winning, but that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes over. Even if you're short of time, if the line is winning, it's winning. You just play it. So I was right that king g3 was probably winning, but
you have to be brave to do that one. Okay, we're in second place, which is still in the top 3 teams get promoted. So this is still very, very good.
Oh, except when you're wrong.
Okay, let's see. We haven't seen Kolji, have we? No. He's not playing. Let's see Eden Hazard.
Eden Hazard, yeah. How's he getting on?
He's
losing here.
Yes.
He's not doing very well in this position, but we will expect him to play until May because that is what he does. That is what Max does. But I don't like, he's trying to find counterplay here. You probably have to trade, but then knight takes and it's pretty. It's
a whole rook down, isn't it?
It's a whole rook. What happened in the opening? Should we go?
Let's have a look.
Maybe have a quick look at the opening.
So it's a Caracan.
Oh, don't play the Caracan, Max. Play the Sicilian. You turn it to Keith. You go through these end games. I don't like knight d7 as a move. That looks very.
Does Rich play the Caracan?
Not really. Oh yeah, this looks bad. Yeah. Actually, go back. Yeah, it's not worth looking at this. Go back to the opening when he went knight d7, right?
So here,
no, before
the first time.
Before, yeah. So here, this as black. So as black, you'd be thinking How do you develop? Well, the first, I don't like knight d7. It feels like an awkward move. You're blocking the bishop on c8. Why not go, if you're going to develop the knight, why not go knight c6 as an automatic move? Knight c6, I would just play. I would just play it. Or even taking on c4 and going b6 is possibly playable. Or if you wanted, you could. Actually, when he went knight d7, white went bishop g5.
Yeah.
Knight b6, I hate that move. Because you're kind of provoking white into the move that he wants to play anyway. So he could have just gone, maybe taken on c4 and then go knight b6.
Yeah.
There's a much better way to play. So Max needs to work on the openings. Stop playing the caro, Max.
Okay, now Max. Yeah, that one's over now. Okay, let us see. Abarashi not playing right now. What about my chess? Not playing right now. Tilb's 11. Playing against a 2400 JF Frank, who is berserking.
Ah, right. Okay. Interesting. Very cocky. It's a berserk. I hate all that berserking. I never like to insult my opponents. I just, you know me, I'm a very
calm player.
Very calm and very modest. And yeah, but okay, after e5 is a good move because white wants to put the knight on e4. That's a good move, actually. It's already awkward for black.
Gigantabez saying in the British Women Championship,
in
the last round, 3 out of 4 of the games were Caro-Kann.
Really? Well,
must be Harriet. I think Harriet wasn't she? She won the British.
Yeah, I lost her in a Caro-Kann once, actually.
Yeah,
a long time ago in the foreign city when we were both quite young. The Caro-Kann, actually, Firouzja Ali Reza, the next world champion after Magnus Carlsen, Ali Reza Firouzja, raised the Caro-Kann. Knight f4 is a move here. Knight f4.
Knight very clever. Knight f4 and then threatening queen d4
and then queen d4. And if you go knight f2, queen f4 was hanging. Knight f4 was a move. We'll go back to that.
Yeah.
This is lost. Could you have gone? I mean, I could try knight f4. Just.
Oh, wait a minute. I need to. How do I get analysis?
You can't, but we could just think about the position.
Yeah. Here.
And if you take on d4 and try and take on d3, but white can go like bishop c2. Oh, bishop c2. I have queen d4.
Yes. Oh, very clever, Danny. So knight f4, bishop c2, queen takes d4, queen takes, and knight fork on e2.
And then knight takes d. So probably after knight f4, you have to go rook d1. But then maybe I was going to go bishop h4. That doesn't work. It's getting excited. Yeah, it's probably knight f4, rook d1, but then g5 I could play and save the knight. And you can't go g3 because the knight takes h3 check. So knight f4 was the move. At least trying to be inactive because black's position is so passive. You want to, when you're like really passive like this, Natasha, you want to try and create some kind of play.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Caro-Kann, I think it's quite a solid opening, actually. So Botvinnik played it against Tao in their World Championship match, I believe. Capablanca used to play it. Karpov famously played it.
Karpov did, yeah.
Yeah, Karpov used to love the Caro-Kann.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks winning for white.
Oh, this is, yes. Okay, I'm going to switch games. Okay, and English chess players, with 30 minutes left, they are still in second place. Okay, so looking good. Let's see Whimsical Jam. And that is junior player Theo Cowrie.
I've never heard of him.
He certainly played in like some of the British online. And I think he probably won. I always forget which age groups people win, but he's certainly been up there in some of the age groups.
Right.
I think
Where's he from? What part of the UK is he from?
I'm going to say London.
Right. Yeah, I'm not really up to date with junior chess, to be totally honest. But there's so many good young players now, and that was the subject of my book. Actually, I called it Pan. So he's
Have you written a new book, Danny?
Jam. He's Whimsical Jam.
Yes, Whimsical
Jam.
Jam.
Yeah, Bishop G3. Yeah, I've written a new book. It's called Pandemic Shock. It's about...
that looks really good. Yes, I did see that. Yes.
It's not out yet, but it's...
Queen takes checkmate.
Yeah, it's about how, say, what the difference is between amateur... I mean, this kind of book has been written before, but I'm trying to compare the difference between amateur players and professionals and the top players in the world. And also, I was talking about how the pandemic has actually helped certain players because it's probably inspired them to work on their chess more than would have been the case otherwise.
Yeah, and some of the junior players, like I played this kid, tiny kid, and he'd never used a chess clock before. He'd only played online ever.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bishop H6 here, maybe. If Knight G5, then is this Macbeth? Is this Carlton?
This is Macbeth. This is Carlton. Yes.
Yeah. He shouldn't have gone Knight H5. If you're watching Carlton, you shouldn't have gone Knight H5. You should have gone Bishop H6. No, I don't like H6. He's not grasping.
Couldn't Carlton now instead of H6 play Bishop?
Yeah,
H6
that's what I was saying. He's not grasping the essence of the position that the pawn on F4 is weak. So
what about the pawn on? We can't gang. Can we gang up on that?
Yeah, I think that's pawn's tricky to win. But at the moment, White can't go D5 because the bishop on B2 will be hanging. So White has to play quite carefully still.
Yeah.
Knight F6.
What about then? Yeah, Knight F6 reroute this like to G4.
You shouldn't exchange. You should not exchange here because then you can take out the H pawn and or even the F pawn and improve the structure.
So Knight back, we want to see.
I think Knight F6 would be the move here, yeah. And not fearing D5 because of either Knight B. Oh, he's found me. Wow.
Well done, Carlton.
Wow, he really is a serious chess player.
Yeah.
Said without any dose of sarcasm. He's quite a nice guy.
Oh, this is yeah. But look at now White's got all these pawns like
Knight D5. Knight D5 would be good.
Knight D5 played in a flash.
Wow. E6 maybe.
Come on, Carlton.
E6 or H5. Just fix the pawn on H4.
Like, H5, good idea. Yes, I heard.
Keith would play. Keith, who's Carlton's hero.
Yes.
Would play moves like E6 or H5 and just fix the structure. And then he would get to work on the weak pawns. Also, Knight B6 is possible. Bishop F6, but now H5, you see. Yeah, that's why you wanted to go H5, just to stop that. And now it starts to become very messy. Even a move like Knight E4 is possible. Just going for counterplay. And if you Knight F4, you take on F6 and go D5. So it starts to become very messy, maybe. Yeah, Bishop
check. Okay.
That's also quite good. So is that actually Jane? Is that like a girl? Maybe it's a female.
Oh, I don't know.
Knight F5. Yeah. Knight F5. Knight F5 should be played.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Knight F5. You should have played Knight F5 the move before because then H6 would have been hanging.
So okay, what King? Ooh, that's
Knight
a bit dangerous.
I don't like that move. Yeah, I think Carlton's misplayed this. It's funny how he went from a fantastic position a few moves ago.
We probably jinxed him, Danny. I don't know if he's got the stream on at the same time. That's what happens. Some of our players, we jinx them when they. Oh, look, he'll know. Actually, I'll tell you what, because he knows we're watching. Well, he knows we're streaming this today, and then I appear as a spectator, so he'll know we're watching.
He'll watch it. He'll probably laugh when I start slagging him off.
I hope so.
No, there's no excuse for poor play, Natasha. I don't care if we're watching them. It's true, actually. If there's more people watching your games, it's like it's more stressful.
I've definitely had times where, as soon as the crowd came along, and I've found it hard to play to that same level.
Yeah. Carlton lost on time, unfortunately.
Oh, unlucky Carlton. And as a junior, and I remember playing a crucial game, and just when I wasn't used to people watching, and it really, really put me off. But I'm more used to it now.
Yeah, I feel like, but you want those crowds, like I say. I mean, you know, there's a Harrogate Congress coming. Probably won't play in it, but I played in it 2 or 3 years ago, and I was playing Alan Mary at the end.
Ooh, isn't there a trick here with take on e5 and take on f7?
Yeah, this looks better. Who's this?
This is ST33.
Oh, so yeah, he's not played the opening very well. What was the opening?
Stephen Brown.
Can we just have a quick look at the opening from the start?
Yes, let's do it. So e4, c5. Oh, f4 Sicilian.
d5's a good move there. Sorry, Natasha, if you go back and move.
Yeah.
d5's a good move, and if you take, I can get knight f6 with very good compensation.
So here,
knight
very
f6.
good.
Knight c6 is fine, but why has he got such a bad position so quickly? I don't get it.
G6 should still be okay, I would have thought.
Bishop c4.
Or bishop g7 should still be okay, I think.
Castles d6.
e6. e3.
I don't like e5.
e5. Maybe you can't. Yeah. You can't do it, can you?
Playing like you're trying to convert it from a Sicilian into a king's gambit. I think it's very important to be consistent with your opening choices.
You could probably do e6, couldn't you, instead of e5?
Yeah.
Sometimes they do that with e6 and then knight e7.
Absolutely. Even knight f6 was possible, and if white went e5, you could take twice and then go queen d4 check. So knight f6, e5 takes, knight takes e5. And then knight takes e5, queen d4 is a typical trick. Yeah. And then take on d4. So knight f6 was playable. You're right, e6 was also playable, but e5 is a shocker.
You can't do, yeah.
Because you kind of converting it from a Sicilian into a king. It's really the move. If you're sitting there as white, e5 is a move you want to see.
Yeah.
You're desperate for your opponent to play e5.
Yeah.
You know, you're so happy when they go e5, you just start jumping around the room.
Yeah. They've got to do something wrong with the f4 Sicilian too. I used to play that all the time, f4 Sicilian.
No, really, did you?
Yeah.
You mean the Grand Prix attack?
Grand Prix attack.
I think Simon Williams said he did a video on that for Chessable recently. He said it didn't sell very well.
Oh.
Which surprises me because I would
in the 90s, 80s, 90s, it was very popular. 90s, I think.
Yeah, exactly. I think even people like Nigel Short won a very nice game with it against Gelfand, maybe, and also Anand won maybe 1 or 2 games with it, which were very nice games. So, yeah, it was sort of like a scary weapon.
Yeah.
Julian Hodgson used to play it a lot as well. I think he beat Rouse.
Yeah, I think the English players was kind of leading the world, weren't they, on that stuff? Like, because I used to play it, and then whenever I'd play on the continent, and they wouldn't quite be familiar with it. Whereas in England, if you tried to play it, everyone knew exactly what to do because they'd met it a million times.
Yeah. I think that's the problem. You know, I was saying this yesterday, that all these anti-Sicilians, none of them are any good, really. I mean, you know, maybe the C3 Sicilian. Well, Bishop B5 actually has been played a lot at the World Championship level.
Southern Chris saying it's the Chessable one is British Grand Prix from Simon Williams and Richard Palliser.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think, is that on the Grand Prix attack? But
yeah, British Grand Prix.
But yeah, I think he said compared to some of his other courses, it hasn't sold particularly well. But
okay.
Chessable used to do this thing where they'd actually publish the sales, but they stopped doing that now.
Okay, we're going to go back to Woodpusher because he is now got our top score at the moment, and so he's black in this game against MW 1966.
A6. This is an awkward position for black, actually. This looks like a scary position. Like, drop the bishop back. And then, yeah, but it might be okay. Bishop E2, maybe. If you go bishop C4, there's B5. Yeah, because you can't really take on C3 because of rook D8 check. Well, you could, and then go knight E8, but it looks very risky. So probably you should play something like bishop F5.
Got to get this piece out, hasn't he? Bishop and rook and other rook.
Yeah, bishop F5. And if you take twice, I'll have a rook C8 check. but then you're just a pawn down. So
Ooh, G5.
No, that's probably a good move actually. G5. And
if knight D3,
then maybe C4 and then D3.
Yeah.
So here you could take.
Yeah.
And then but you're worse. So maybe.
Hi Macbeth, how are you doing?
Yeah, we were just saying really good things about you, Con.
We had a look at your game.
Yeah. We've been very complimentary about your play. Or I was. I think Natasha was a bit critical, but
Oh.
no. Bishop E6. And yeah. Are you allowed? Are you allowed to watch Twitch streams during the play? Because somebody might suggest moves. I was wondering that actually.
I think you're kind of not, especially not if your game's on it. But I kind of think, what I do think about this is if anyone is doing any cheating, then watching a Twitch stream is not a terribly effective way to do it.
Yeah. There'd be much more better ways.
Much better ways of doing it.
Much better ways. The thing is, but yeah, maybe you could do one where it's just devoted to Carlton.
Oh, we should just Carlton.
We should just do like a Carlton cam, and then and then we suggest him moves. We give him moves. Like, if he's stuck, we give him some help because he's such a. I
don't think you'd help him, Danny. It was.
So King F5 now. This looks winning for White. Technically winning. Like a pawn up. More active rooks. You have to probably go Rook F8, but then you can put a rook on C. Can't you go? You could take on A6 when he goes Rook E2. Yeah. It's not so clear. Maybe Rook C6 is a good move, or Rook F6 check. Sorry, Rook F6.
F6 check.
What he's playing now. I would play something
King
like
here, King March.
King C2. King C2 is a good move. Just stop the count.
Yeah, otherwise King D3 would have been good, but now the Black King's a little bit stranded, isn't it?
It's M1 1966. I think I might have played him actually.
I was just looking him up. He's German player. That's all I really know.
Oh, is he? Yeah. Maybe he's 1966. He's talking about like the England versus Germany football match. That's why he's called, because he.
Would a German player really name it after that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, maybe he's a masochist. He enjoys losing. Maybe F4 is a good move, and if you take, I go Rook D6 check. No, I'm talking nonsense. See, he's.
Oh no, this is dangerous for Mike, isn't it?
It's probably another person who was born in 1966.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it? It's close to a mate in that now. Now C4 and King E3. It's not quite a mate in that. It's quite interesting. King E5, King E3, Rook D4. So it's actually close, but not. No, King E3, surely. I don't really like that move.
Okay, now Mike's getting his rooks more active.
Yeah, but Rook to C6. Rook on F to C6, threatening Rook C5. C6,
yeah.
If you go Rook C1, I go King. Yeah, Rook C1 you have to play.
Rook C1. And White's got to keep defending that pawn, or else.
I think King D3 have Rook D8, so it's actually not that clear.
Yeah.
So maybe
right, this is improved.
Now King B3, maybe you have to play King B3. And if Rook B1, then King C2. But then you can take on B6 and go King D4. So it's not so clear, actually. King D3, Rook D8. Okay. It's probably okay for Black now. He's not better, but he's still in the game. Yes, he's given up the C pawn.
Okay, now take on C4.
Take on A6.
Fine now, isn't it?
It should be. Rook B8 check, maybe. Or Rook D8 would be a reasonable move.
It's still a pawn down, but Black has got the more active king now.
Maybe Rook E6 check. King F5.
Ooh, that feels dangerous to me, but
I think the king's actually quite safe. I think it's actually nowhere near, mate. It's actually white has to be quite careful because there's like rook b8. Oh, now remind you that might have changed it. Oh, I don't like that. Why not rook d4?
Yeah.
I don't like that move. Should you just take? Yeah, it's winning for white now. King b3. Just go a4. No, throw in h3 first or f3. Yeah. Yeah, this should be a technical win. King a3. Rook f5. Yeah. King g6. Rook b5. You could try rook. Yeah, he's tried h3 with the idea of rook f8.
Oh yeah, and then rook here. Okay. Check.
Probably that a pawn is too fast.
Yeah.
But rook f6 now. Rook f6. Rook b3 was a blunder. Rook f6.
Rook f6. Nice. Oh.
No, he hasn't found it. Yeah, he had to go rook f6. So this is game over now. King b6. He had quite a lot of time there as well, you know. That was the thing, to not find rook f6 there when you had like 30 seconds plus increment.
Yeah.
It's a bit. I think we should sack him from the team.
Oh no.
I mean, you got to find rook f6 there. You lost.
You do.
The position is lost if you don't find rook f6. You have to find it by process of elimination. Come on. Yeah, fire him from the team. Take.
Okay. So, and he's not our top scorer at the moment. Now Ferrari fan is. So let's check in again on Ferrari. Oh no, Ferrari fan's not playing right this second. What about Jawa 123?
Yeah, it's the chess equivalent of the Apprentice here. You're fine. I'm Alan Sugar.
Did you watch The Apprentice?
No, I didn't know.
On it was this week. It was on like Wednesday or Thursday.
I'm not really a fan. You know, I don't really.
I'd watch it all the time.
Oh, do you like that show? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I find it funny. But...
Yeah, it's probably quite amusing, but.
And then Dragon's Den as well.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I was thinking this the other day. I think it's quite stressful to have your own business, actually, in a way. Even though I don't, you know, I probably don't make much money or whatever. Being like a high-power businessman or whatever must be quite a stressful kind of life. But then again, being a chess player is quite stressful as well. You know.
Yeah.
So could white go knight b5 here and just put a bit of pressure on d6?
White's done it, yeah. Knight b5, and so what you'd have to kind of go e5, but you don't want to.
Probably e5. I would have to play. I would feel like some moves you have to just grit your teeth and do it. I could go knight e5, but it looks a bit ugly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could go knight e5 actually. It's not that bad. But e5 is okay.
Maybe we now go knight d7 and f5. Knight e7, sorry, and f5.
Yeah, and kick the knight at some point with a6.
Yeah. Oh, but does knight g5 when on the spot? That wouldn't be any good.
Yeah, that's why I kick the knight. I would probably go a6 at some point because you could always meet knight g5 and knight. Well, knight g5 at the moment is not a threat, right? Yeah, it's just an a6. Yeah, I don't like bishop h4 so much because I feel like. See what White's done there. I feel like he's made a typical classic amateur error, which is moving the pieces too often in the opening. Now I quite like knight b5. I suggested that myself, but I feel like you can take that too far. And this is what I find is something amateur players, even stronger amateur players, make the mistake of doing, is to just move the pieces, the same piece over and over again. When they should be focusing on completing their development.
So tonight you're firing Mike, are you?
I'm firing Mike. Mike's fired after missing rook f6 with 33 seconds left. Unforgivable mistake. You're fired. Mike, you're fired. Didn't find rook f6. You're out. You had no excuse for not finding that move. Your position was clearly lost. There was only one chance. You had to find it. You didn't bother to find it. You're out. As to be fair, there's quite a few who are up for the firing tonight. But Queen c7 now, knight g5 might be quite dangerous. Maybe it's a strange thing with rules because you know, you were talking about like, you know, you shouldn't move the piece more than once, but it all depends on the position. And here, I feel like knight g5 now is actually a reason. I think like black should have prevented that by playing h6, just gaining some space.
Pretty much have to castle now, don't you, for black? Oh, no, you could defend with knight d8.
That looks a bit ugly. I don't think he'll find knight d8. I don't. Yeah, they don't find these kind of moves. But castles, you can probably maybe queen f3 is a move. You know. No, I don't like that. You shouldn't give up the 2 pieces for the rook in the middle game. It's known that the 2 pieces are stronger than the rook in the middle game. f4 at some point, white should try.
Do you prefer bishops to knights, or are you not have a strong preference?
Well, I think I'd probably play better with the knights, you know, if you look at my games, but I feel like these days people have a better understanding of the difference between the value of the pieces, because you know the traditional way that you were taught is that the knight was worth 3, and the bishop was worth 3. But in fact, you know, people know that that's wrong. That actually the bishop is worth about, the computers work this out, the bishop's worth about 3.2 maybe, or 3.1, and the knight's worth about 2.9. But obviously in certain positions, the value of the knight goes up a lot, right? So
the knight in this game was looking really nice. That knight on d4. Yeah.
But yeah, your understanding can tell you that. But yeah, I think like sometimes maybe you need a refresher course. I could do a refresher course in material value.
Yes.
Actually, that's going to be my next
course. Good course, actually. Yeah, material value, and then sort of how it changes and what.
Yeah.
When you might like a knight or a bishop.
Has anyone ever written a book on materialism?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You just call it materialism.
I can just call it materialism.
Yeah.
You know, there's a music mate there, like G5, King F5, G4, mate. Oh, no, it's not, mate, because I can go to E6.
Now, Macbeth is saying, Danny, help us out, mate.
Yeah, who's saying that?
Macbeth.
Oh, yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you. I'll start giving you nudges.
You're gonna
Rook H1, mate.
You could even play some games if you fancied, although it'd probably be a little bit late to make a difference because there's only time for a few.
Yeah, I think he was joking. I know Carton, he would never ever cheat.
No, he wasn't. No, he didn't mean cheat. I think he meant play some games.
Oh, right. Oh, you mean play? No. I would never combine commentary with.
It's harder, isn't it?
Next week. I might try and play next week. Actually.
Excellent.
Yeah. But I really enjoy doing the commentary, Natasha. It's
very good.
Thank you for asking me.
Thank you.
I really enjoy doing the commentary.
Cool.
And slagging off at as many people as I can in one night.
Okay, Koji, 1964.
Yeah. So he's playing
one of our senior players.
Victor Pribe. Cole G, 1964.
Yes. Graham Cole, FIDE 1818 from Oxford.
The only Cole that I know from chess was Roland Cole, I think.
Oh, Roland Cole. Yes, that rings a bell.
Yeah, I played somebody called Roland Cole once. I don't think he really plays anymore, though.
Okay.
Queen F2, maybe? No.
What about, we were talking about players who I haven't seen for a while. Yeah. Thomas Hinks Edwards.
He moved to the Czech Republic, I believe, and he married a stunning Czech Republic girl or something.
Oh, gosh. Wow.
Well, probably got her on a catalogue.
Danny.
I'll get into trouble. Yeah, A3 maybe. I would throw in a Luft move. Yeah, Thomas Hinks Edwards. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, he was from. I think he was from like the Perks way, actually.
Maybe not. Yes.
Maybe not. Ipswich kind of area.
Yeah.
Suffolk. But I played him in the British Championships in 1996. It was in Nottingham. Did you play in that, British, Natasha?
96 in Nottingham.
I think Matthew Sadder was a top seed, and he won it the previous year in Swansea.
Okay.
But Chris Ward ended up winning. I didn't play in the main tournament.
I don't think I played. No.
I played in the Major Open, and I got 9 out of 11. I came second to Rob Brazuc, who got 9.5. Rook D6, yeah, strong attack maybe for White. Well, I don't know, maybe not. I don't see how he can break through. It's quite kind of a nothing happening position. It feels like White should be able to get an attack here. Maybe you could go Rook D8 to G8 check, and then if you go King H6, I have Queen F6. But even then,
that's interesting you saying that, because when I first saw the position, I was thinking it would be Black getting an attack, but now you say it coming in Rook here and
yeah, because the Queen on A8 is actually quite a strong attacking piece, or it can be. But also, it seems to me that White's covering everything. He doesn't need to go passive. Sometimes you can play too passively in blitz chess.
Hi, Blue Grey Haze. Blue Grey Haze is saying Luke McShane played in 96.
That's right.
When he was very young.
I think he lost to Richard Pert in that tournament.
Okay.
If I remember, we had Richard Pert on earlier. Something like that. Harry Hunt was probably playing as well.
Oh, yeah.
If knight G4, then Rook D7 is forced mate. Now maybe G5 and sack a pawn to open up the king or something. Yeah, that's what he's done. But I don't really like the way he's played it.
No, lost on time. Yeah.
Oh, he lost on time, yeah. But White really should have, I think sometimes you can play too passively.
Tell you what, Danny, this is very close.
Really?
Like, we've got 156. We need to get to third to get promoted. Right. There's 3 teams all on 156. The team on third is 158. Yeah. So it's like one win makes a difference between being promoted and staying where we are.
Oh, we could get promoted.
Yeah. Let's see Wheezy. She's on a streak. So if she wins this game, it could make a difference.
Is this Louise?
Yes.
Okay, let's look at her game. Let's cheer her on.
Yes, she's playing Black here, and it looks quite nice, I'd say.
So is there any prize money in this league?
No prize money, only for glory, Danny.
Why are people bothering to play then?
Well, I think it's been very nice when now people are coming back out and going play. Well, actually, at the moment, people are working from home, but it's been quite nice during the pandemic to kind of have a team thing to play in.
Yeah, I couldn't care less. I mean, I wouldn't bother with team chess. I'm just all about myself.
Yeah.
Chess players in general are very selfish people. It has to be said. Because you have to be. You
kind of have to, don't you? Yeah.
You have to be a selfish person. Knight takes E3 would be a good move here for Louise. I know it's White to move, but I think at some point you should take on E3 just to clarify it. Or I don't know. You could also go.
No, this is quite nice as well. She's coming into D3.
Oh, knight B4, but then maybe give up the rook, like go rook D2.
You could have this in your book on materialism.
Exactly. Yeah, my new bestseller, and then Queen D1 at the end. Oh, but then B2's hanging. Yeah. No, this is actually okay. But the king can always go back to G1. Maybe rook C7 now. Rook C7, knight D3. Oh, but C1's also hanging. Yeah.
And also then, and Black could get a rook B2 in at some point.
I feel like Louise he should be getting better results than she is. I think she's quite talented, but seems to lack self-confidence.
We keep having her on a really. She's like one of the very regulars on the English women's team.
Yeah.
But in the last few, we've had sort of tough events, and she's had to be on a high board. So she's played fine, but got but the results. She's just been playing with really strong players.
Yeah, he blundered a rook now. Queen takes C2 is winning. Maybe you should have taken.
Oh, by the way, also, actually, the other thing is, Danny.
Yeah.
She says she does worse when I'm streaming.
Oh, really?
Whenever I commentate on her games.
Yeah.
She said, for the one of the women's tournaments, like the Classic, and she's like, "Don't stream the last round."
Yeah, I had a disastrous tournament at Classic because I was a bit rusty, and when you're a little bit out of form against good players, you get a bad penalty. And I was kind of, it kind of felt like a weird atmosphere there because obviously everyone was a bit concerned about COVID because I think Nigel Short ended up in hospital.
Lots of people got COVID, didn't they? Because I know a few of the women did.
And that was probably part of the reason why they decided, for example, to cancel the 4NCL and also to cancel Hastings.
Yeah.
Because of the...
Omicron.
Well, yeah, I think they really had to cancel Hastings because... the government advice at that time was so compelling. I'm kind of surprised actually there's a 4NCL tournament in 2 weeks' time. I'm actually kind of surprised given the situation that they're actually organising the tournament now, but not that I think it's a bad thing.
It's complicated, isn't it? Because the government are basically saying get on with everything.
Yeah.
Well, they're kind of half saying that, aren't they? It's kind of not quite clear.
Yeah. I mean,
certainly we're meant to work from home. That's for sure. We're definitely getting advice to work from home.
But isn't like a chess tournament kind of?
Yeah.
Actually in because I feel like indoors is actually the most dangerous situation for COVID. So I probably will give that tournament a miss because I feel like it's kind of too dangerous at the moment.
Yeah, that's a nice move by Louise. Queen F3 next. Wow. I also.
I think everything was winning by this point. I mean, it's kind of irrelevant, really. But yeah, she's going to win this one. So that's basically the end of the tournament. Can they play one more game, or it just finishes anyway? Does it finish automatically?
It's finished. No, 12 seconds left. It'll finish in 10 seconds. Okay, we're up in third. Oh, can we stay in? So it's between us and Hamburg.
Right.
3 seconds to 1, 0. Yay! We have ended up in third.
We got it.
We've got it. We've got promotion just by the skin of our teeth.
That's incredible.
We're in third place. Congratulations to Wheezy6 Louise, well done, Louise. She won this game, didn't she? And I was streaming at the same time, so that's good. I didn't jinx her this time. Well done to Louise, David Wilson, Woodpusher, Ferrari fan, Gigantabear coming in there at the end in fifth, Mouse Slip, Night of Spring, Shaq Sheary, and all the players. We had tonight 30 players. I just noticed Robin Slade. He's one of the people at the Max's school, a teacher there. Well done to Max, Whimsical Jam, junior players, and everybody who played tonight. Shout out to Macbeth, of course, for his excellent play. And thanks, everybody, for playing. And thanks very much for watching.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Danny. Yes.
Ask me anytime. So basically, Natasha, does that mean that we get promoted to...
So next time, So next time's Thursday. We'll be in Division 5.
So it's already Thursday. We've got no time to celebrate. We should go out. We should have
That's true. We need a big team pint.
Don't we? Have like a team get together, like a big La Liga big piss up.
That is an excellent idea. We do that. We've got to do that.
We should have a meet up. Yeah, Carlton, Louise,
that would be lovely, actually. What a good idea. Yeah,
that's a good idea. Yeah.
Night of Spring, Woodpusher, Gigantabear. We'll have excellent, Danny. Nice.
So Thursday. But can we actually get relegated already?
So Thursday, we could in theory get relegated back to the.
So you actually get relegated or promoted in one night?
Yeah. So we'll be in fifth on Thursday, and then from there we could go up to fourth. So it's it moves quite fast.
Yeah. Right. I think it should be like a year. Surely you should have like a year. It should take a year to get up to League 5 or something.
No, we're there. We're there in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, maybe I'll play next.
Oh, excellent. Oh, even better. Yeah, very well. Not even better. I mean, it's very good having a commentator.
And then I'll stream it, and then I'll. Are you allowed to stream it while you play?
Yeah. You can.
Are you allowed to stream? Yeah, so I might do that.
Excellent. Very good. All right. Yeah. Okay. So hopefully see you Thursday, and thanks everybody very much for watching.
Okay.